Hi boys and girls, welcome back to another video. And I know I always say this, but it's time for something a little bit different. So you know I was like looking at new exciting products, but maybe something that I haven't seen before. But full disclaimer, this company sent this to me free of charge. I haven't had to pay for it. That being said, I'm under no obligations. I'm not being paid by them. No obligations to say good things. No obligations to send you anywhere to purchase whatever. It's just they asked me if I wanted to have a look at it. And in these circumstances, normally I'll only say yes if I actually think the product is quite exciting and interesting. So I don't want you to think that I just take on board absolutely anything, because people do send me emails, which is strange to me. I still don't believe it. I think it's a bit of imposter syndrome. That I still get tons of emails, people asking me to review stuff. And either, one, it's not relevant, it's completely different to what the channel's about, or number two, I just don't think it's interesting. Like a budget, you know, AEG, unless there's something interesting about it, I'm just not interested. So here we have the Acetech spawner. And the reason why I accepted this and I wanted to have a look at it is because throughout the years running Mosscarts in grenade launchers, grenade pistols, anything like that, shower grenades have always been pretty pathetic. I mean, the only ones years ago that I actually had any kind of good results out of, which I'm not sure if you remember, are the S-Thunder ones, which had the little plugs that you had to put in and you could run them on CO2. Now, I have run tag rounds a lot over the years. That I use them because they have a functionality. It's firing a pyrotechnic. But shower grenades, I just really, the technology wasn't there. They don't seem to have, they're just really unreliable, hard to load, and don't really do anything that, you know, a pistol or something couldn't do, or like a normal gas shotgun couldn't do. So this is the Acetech spawner, or the Acehive. I think the spawner is the reloading mechanism. I'm going to have a look at this today. So this is the starter pack. So you get one spawner and you get two Acehives. So in this little box, let's open it up here. We've got some Acetech. I'm not sure what's in that. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We get a bunch of spares in terms of ball bearings and O-rings. That's always a good sign. We get a manual. Open this up here. Tells you how to use it, the operation of it, and we're going to get to the ins and outs of that in just a moment. We pull the contents of the box open here. We've got this weird looking sort of, I'm not sure what this looks like, but very interesting looking device indeed. And then we pull out, we've got two M203 grenades. Now, the first thing I want to note about this is how incredibly light these are. Now, I've experienced everything from expensive to cheap M203 grenades in my years. Obviously, when I had bespoke airsoft, we used to stock them, and we used to get from the suppliers. I don't know if you've ever seen the cheap plastic ones that we used to do. And I would probably say that we sent 99% of those back. We were always getting them done under warranty through the wholesaler because they really were rubbish. But this, now if you know me, I'm one for integrity. This is really well made. Coming across a lot of 203 shells, I can't think of any that have felt like this, and it's really light. Usually with like metal 203 shells, they're quite heavy, aren't they? So let's have a quick look how much this weighs. So we're gonna zero that out there. 121 grams. It's pretty much next to nothing. It almost feels like the same weight as the tag, remember the old gas tag launchers, where they've got a metal bit here and then just a plastic tube, excuse me. So we're going to have to figure out how to get about using this. And let's just pop this open here. But has someone finally cracked a good, usable, reliable, easy to fill up 203 grenade shell? And I think we might have found something. So this is the spawner. Obviously in the manual it tells you to twist off the top, which is very straightforward. It's got holes and then little bits that stick out to stop the BBs falling through, and I imagine this is going to put on here and fill this up somehow. So we're going to need some BBs. So we'll use up these .2s to start. So we can fill that up. I'm not sure how much that holds. Does it tell us? Doesn't say how much the spawner holds. Nothing on the packaging there, but I imagine a few hundred rounds. We pop the spawner back on, and then what they actually tell you to do is, I think we're meant to gas this up first. So 𝗕𝗹𝘀𝘁𝘁 securely, spawn Acehive. Yeah. So I think what they said when they spoke to me was that you have to gas the shell up first before you fill it up with BBs, because if you fill it with BBs first, there's a chance gassing it up it could fire off or something like that. So yeah, let's give it a go. So we've got our can of propane here. And the 𝗀𝗵𝘀𝘁 propane adapter works perfectly well with the Acehive. So we gas it up. We place this over the top. So I believe we place this over the top. We press the button, twist it, and then let go. Oh my word. Look at that. How quick was that? And then I imagine we press this down, twist, press. And what that does is it applies what looks like an O-ring around the shell. So now nothing's going to fly out. Now this might shoot BBs everywhere, I'm not too sure. Not really equipped to test these, but let's give it a go. Let me get some ink on my face first. Let's get some safety spectacles, because I imagine a lot of this stuff is going to bounce back. There we go. Here we go, boys and girls. So these tend to be pretty violent. So 1, 2, 3. Jesus. God, that was some power, that was. Like, I've been shooting into this box for a long time, and that is the first thing that sort of like hit with enough BBs in enough of a confined space to punch through that box. Wow. That was pretty damn cool. I'm not sure how we reset it. It doesn't really say how we reset it. I imagine it's yeah, my ears are ringing. We press this at the back. There we go, and it resets itself. What we're going to do, I'm going to put some gas in it again. See if that has sealed it. And yeah, running these bad boys on propane, it is warm today. Wow. So yeah, it's as simple as that. You all know how M23 grenades work. Now this has got nothing in it, but we can show it going off again. That gas, so that was an empty grenade, and it almost felt like it shot more BBs out, because the gas hit the box full of BBs, and they come flying back out. I've really got to tidy up this room, so I'm just going to pop another one off in a different direction. Wow, Jesus. That is, again, coming from someone that has, you know, had hands-on with a lot of these things over the years, that is some pressure coming out of that. Now they've nailed, I think they've nailed the design and the release of pressure in this grenade. And I think they've just absolutely got it, you know, on the head, because and just how easy and quick it is to reload. Now, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? But let's go again. So, gas first, always gas first. Number one. Charge it for a few seconds. Now I am using propane, so that could be given a bit more oomph compared to green gas. And I'll show you how this works on here. So this slips in, it can only go in one way, like that. And then what happens, we press the button. It's difficult to do it and show it. Do that. That releases the mechanism inside and drops all the BBs into it. We let go of it, it closes it up again, and we pull it off the top. And that is, let's see how fast we can do this. So it's, and how it just lines them up perfectly each time. That is phenomenal. You know, I don't normally get excited about stuff like this, but that is so clever. So you could have, let's say you're running like a 𝗕𝗀𝗀𝗁𝘗 launcher and you've got 6 of these grenades, you gas them all up, you put the spawner on the top, do 1, do 2, oh, didn't quite get that one right, and just imagine how quickly you could fill all those up. Wow. My enthusiasm is not faked here, boys and girls. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to like it so much, and I was interested because I really wanted to see the mechanism, I wanted to see the construction. I was interested to see how this spawner system works. To me, I think with the spawner, it needed to be a bit bigger, because let's say you've got, I don't know, 6 or 10 of these. I don't know how many grenades you can fill up with one of the spawner. It does actually say there, do not tilt when or invert when filling BB pellets, which is what I did when it didn't fill properly. So I never get bored of doing that. See, I'm running out of. I do like how they all settle perfectly into the holes. Now, if this was full, it would just keep doing it. But yeah, miraculous. Again, my only criticism really is the spawner. To me, that needs to hold a lot more BBs. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments down below. But if that was like double the size, because if you're going to run these, especially if I'm going to run them, I'm going to run a bandolier and run like 10 plus of them, at least 12 maybe. And that's how I used to run them when I had, used to run around with the 𝗕𝗋𝗀𝗁𝘗, and I had a bandolier with just tons of like S-Thunder grenades, and I used to use it for my tag rounds as well. This is quite honestly, and this is me being 100% genuine with you guys, this is quite honestly the first BB shower grenade that I would look at going and buying. I was actually thinking the other day about putting a 𝗕𝗓𝗋𝗄 on the bottom of my Mark 18 upper for my MWS and running like a grenadier loadout. And you know, when I'm not using, let's say I go to a site that doesn't allow tag rounds, but I still want to have some fun. Let's say I've got the high ground, Anakin, and there's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people down below me, like 10-15 meters away. How cool would it be to get them all with one shot than having to pick them off one by one with a bit of semi-auto from the MWS? So I think I'm going to have to be very cheeky with Acetech and say, can I have a deal on getting a bunch of these? Because I can think, especially now I've invested in some cameras, I can think of some fun running around with these in an 𝗕𝗓𝗋𝗄 under the Mark 18, or maybe even going as crazy to put them in a 𝗕𝗀𝗀𝗁𝘗 launcher and just for the memes run around shooting people with these grenades. So I really like this product, and I know I might be sounding like a broken record, and a lot of you might be getting bored now and sort of signing off from the video, but I would say that is the best shower grenade for an airsoft M203 that I've ever come across. How it's taken this long for a company to get it right, I really don't know. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. what you think of the Acehive and the spawner. What do you think? Do you run a 203? Would you run something like this? I'll be completely honest, I'm not sure on the retail price of these. So again, if people know, put it down in the comments below. But yeah, what a hell of a bang. Let's do two at the same time. Don't think I can actually. Where's one? Oh, here's two. Oh. Do you know what? They kick. They kick. How have they done it? I really don't know. More testing and delving. I think I might try and take one of these apart and see what's ticking inside of it. Thanks for tuning in as always. I know it's a weird video, but when I get asked to review this stuff and something interesting comes along, I tend to jump at the chance. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, I hope you've enjoyed laughing at me just geeking out over an airsoft product. I haven't done that in a while. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Join the Discord. The link will be in the description. And from me and Bench, as always, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, Acetech.